I just saw one of the most wonderful things I've seen in a decade, easily. And I want to share it with you, and I wanted to talk about it for a minute. I hope you watched this live like I did. I went back and watched it again, and I watched it again after that. It's that good. Let's go check this out, and we'll talk about it.
Stage 1 tanks pressing for flight.
T-minus 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition. Liftoff of the Falcon 9 and Crew Dragon. Go NASA, go SpaceX, Godspeed, Bob and Doug.
America has launched. And so rises a new era of American spaceflight, and with it the ambitions of a new generation continuing the dream. 20 seconds into flight, stage 1 propulsion is nominal.
So there you go. That is amazing. I'm going to leave that rolling over the top of this. You don't need to see me. You can go watch that while I'm talking about it. You probably don't want to hear me either. You can turn the sound down. Just go watch it. It's on the YouTube. You don't even need this video. But I'm going to leave it rolling. I am so stoked about this. I can't tell you what it means. I remember the first space shuttle launch that I got to see, and I remember that. And I remember the time that we got to go watch the space shuttle land, and we're through binoculars, and it's just this little thing, you know. Anyway, yeah, we went and saw it in the binoculars, big giant 50 power binoculars. It's still just a tiny little speck land of it. Just fantastic. And at the time, you know, I was a kid. And I remember when the Challenger exploded, and we didn't believe it. You know, Miss Chris came out, yard duty teacher. I was in grade school at the time, and she was kind of crying. I'm like, well, what's wrong? And she said, the space shuttle blew up this morning. I'm like, yeah, right. You know, that kind of stuff can't happen to America. I think I talked about that in another video. Anyway, yeah, it was just something else, and just to watch the space, and it's like we can do anything. It's America. We can do anything. And and then after 9/11, it's like, oh my God, you know, we went from untouchable as a kid, being that innocent. Oh, we're not, you know, nothing can happen to us. Oh, something can happen to us. To something can be done to us. You know, it was unbelievable. Because all the terror attacks they tried on our soil failed. 9/11 was the first time it actually worked. And then all the government overreach that happened after that. And I've talked about that on this channel. I'm not going to go too much into that this time. But that honking down the street is the guy with the bicycle and the corn. They do the corn with anyway. So yeah, all the government overreach that happened in the early 2000s and all that stuff, and then when Obama got in, and they were like, oh, we're going to print $7 billion, $700 billion, whatever it was, I don't remember. And then Obama got in, and I couldn't believe that somebody with that mentality could get elected president. And a lot of people voted for him just because of the color of his skin. And that's not, you know, speculation. That's people I know said, you know, oh, he's doing this, and I'm absolutely against that. I can't work myself around that, but I got to vote for the brother. And I don't get it. I don't get it. I've never voted for a president because he was white. Those were, you know, more or less the only options. But we had a couple of good black presidential candidates that didn't make it past the primaries. I wish they had. I would have definitely voted for the brain surgeon. Anyway, when they turned off NASA, and it's just, you know, our president, the leader of our nation, was
All right, here in nominal trajectory.
the leader of our nation was saying, we'll never see 4% growth GDP again. We'll never see, you know, it's just not. America's in decline. And those people had that mentality, and that's how they were behaving, and that's how they were acting, and that's what they were doing. And they were signing bills and laws into legislation, into power, to actually stymie it, stifle it, and executive orders that they were using. Regulations, you know, written by unelected people that, you know, are just appointed. They were using regulations to slow things down and shut it down and turn it off, and, you know, throttle back the engines of growth and development. America's in decline. No more. And then they turned NASA off. They scuttled the space shuttles and retired them with nothing to replace them, and said, we'll just buy space on. It's not important that America's great. America never was great. It'll never be anything. It's in decline. So when Hillary was running, I made a couple of videos talking about the Royal Enfield motorcycles coming to America, because you know, we're going to need budget vehicles. We're going to be making budget vehicles here. You're going to see a lot more people on bicycles with little 50cc two-stroke engines to push them down, because that's all people are going to be able to afford. And that's kind of with the pandemic thing, you're seeing more of that out on the roads, because a lot of people out of work now because of the pandemic thing. But it is amazing. When she didn't win, you could see the markets rebounding, going, oh boy, we got a pro-America president again. We haven't had that in a long time. W was terrible. Obama was more W than W, and worse, and socialistic on top of it. Not just New World Order, whatever you want to call it. He was also socialistic. And anyway, Trump, man. Guy is brash, he's rude, he's obnoxious, he's confrontational, he's just, I don't like him. I don't like the guy. I never did. Didn't vote for him. Don't like the guy. But I love him. I absolutely love him. I'm so glad he's our president. He immediately got into office and started rolling back things. You know, getting all that junk that was shutting us down, get it rolled back, getting trade deals into place that made sense for us. Yeah, turning off all the regulations that had been throttling us back. Make America great again. It was great. It was awesome. Anyway, America is outstanding again. You're watching this with me. It's just beautiful. And that's the funny thing about it, you know. I was watching, they were talking about an interview that Elon Musk was in. He's, you know, the capsule needs to be functional, it needs to be safe, it needs to be economical, it needs to be beautiful. It needs to be beautiful inside. It needs to look good. It can't, you know. And it does. Look at how phenomenally beautiful this is to look at. It's amazing, and it's wonderful. And America's back, man. We just put people into space again. After the last president said, we're going to never do that again because, you know, we were never great. I wish he'd stop that. We were never great. We're never going to be great. Yeah, we are. We're awesome. We're awesome. I'm so happy with this. There's so many things going on right now in the world. And I'm so sorry that these riots are going on. I understand them. I understand the outrage. It looked for a minute like they were going to let that cop go. You know? So I totally understand them, but I don't agree with them. We need to stop doing that and look at the wonderful things we can do when we're all working together. Trump is not making America great again. Trump is not making America great again. Trump is getting the government out of the way. He is facilitating the making America great again. Okay, he's allowing it to happen by not being in the way of it. Elon Musk is just the tip of the spear. He's the guy who's steering the ship. He's the rudder. The engines, the hull, the bridge, the crew quarters, all that stuff is, you know, for the ship of that kind of company. All that stuff is the people involved. I worked with a guy. He was shipping and receiving down at Huntington Beach, and he left our company and he went to work for SpaceX. That's so cool. Oh, that's so cool. He's going, oh, that's so cool. You think, oh, you're just doing shipping and receiving. You're just doing warehouse work. But yeah, but you're making sure the widgets come and go, and they get here and they go to where they need to be, and the little cogs and the sprockets and the things and the deals, and if that stuff doesn't get to where it needs to be in the company, you don't build the rocket, and then the rocket doesn't take the people. You know, every one of those people is part of that, and it's just that's America, is you and me, us. You know, I'm watching this after the launch. I'm watching it, and the guy's sitting there, and he's got the NASA jacket on, and he's got a laptop in front of him, and it's got a NASA logo on it. Sitting next to him is a girl, and they're doing all the color commentary thing. They're doing this is what's going on, the play-by-play, whatever you call it, and she's wearing like a white and black hoodie that kind of looks almost, it reminded me of the spacesuits that the guys are wearing, and her laptop has a SpaceX logo on it, and it's a joint venture, you know, and it's just so awesome and beautiful to see a private company doing all of this with the government. It's just, oh man. I hope you watch this thing. You just watched it. If you listen to me all the way through this, you watched it. You know how I just tickled pink, man. I'm so happy with this right now. This is the height of what we are and what we can do. This is how great we can be together. I love it. I'm so happy with it. I'm just thrilled with this. It's awesome. I hope we can get past our low points and the things that are against us and get away from that and look more positively. I hope we can solve those issues, and they do need solving, so that we can focus on this kind of stuff and keep being great. Making our country great again is us being great and being excellent, and this was most excellent. It was just beautiful. Anyway, I quit talking and preaching, guys. Let me get out of here. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I hope you got to watch this too. It was live on YouTube. It was just beautiful. Whatever you got going on, I hope you can stay positive with me, because the future is just bright and it's beautiful and it's going to be so awesome. Guys, take care. I'll catch you on the next one.